We're here with head coach Frank Marino and Eden Quiroz for Cal Lutheran after they just defeated Pomona-Pitzer in the second round of the NCAA Tournament 1-0. Frank, I want to start with you. Can you just kind of give us a breakdown of what you saw through your eyes out there today?
Yeah, Pomona came out in the first 20-25 minutes, was all over us. We weathered a massive storm there. On our heels, couldn't really get into the game, had no possession, and Pomona kept creating chances. I thought towards the end of the half, we made a few subs, energy picked up a little bit. We kind of had to run a play for a bit, and then we came out second half and really, I thought, established ourselves in the first 5 or 10 minutes, and we were able to get the goal. Great cross and a great finish here from Eden.
Yeah, and you mentioned, my follow-up question was weathering the storm. It almost appeared like you guys played defense for about 85 minutes in this game, and it only took that one chance to, net the game winner. And I asked Coach Scanlon this exact same question. What is it about when these two teams get together? It's the thinnest of margins that settle these. Earlier in the season, it was a 1-1 draw. It had a penalty kick save in that 1-1 draw as well. And then there was, in the Sky Championship at Cal Lutheran, the Sagehens came out 1-0, and now in the NCAA Tournament, you guys are moving on with a 1-0 victory. So what is it when these two teams get together that it's just the slightest difference in the game is the reason for that team moving on?
You're just talking about two really good teams that are closely matched, that both play similar style soccer. And, in those types of games, we play similar systems. It's always going to be tight games. We have good players on both sides. And a lot of times it's the margins, right? It's being able to get the one goal or to find a way to score that makes the difference in the game. The first game, as you mentioned, was 1-1. The second game, they got the set piece and scored, and today we got the one early in the second half. So, and it's always tough when you play teams 3 times to get multiple wins. It's always going to be competitive, but our group defended so well the entire game. We were under a ton of pressure for, like you said, a lot of the game, but I give them all the credit in the world. We hung in there and did a great job.
And Eden, over to you. The goal scorer, the game winner, moving on to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA Tournament now for Cal Lutheran. As a grad year player, I first want you to take us through that goal, kind of what you saw from your eyes and how you were able to convert that, and then talk about what it means to come to this field where I don't even think you've won in your career, and since I think 2018 was the last time Cal Lutheran won on this field, to come here and have that goal in that moment in your career for Cal Lutheran.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to my team. I think that we were just itching to score that goal, and I just remember seeing the ball going out wide, and I was like, I just got to get in the box, because it was only one person, it was me. And I saw Bella cut down and beat that girl 1v1, and I got in, and I just headed the goal. I knew we needed that, and then we kind of just parked the bus, but we played amazing defense. I got to give another shout out to Pomona. They're a great team, and I just hope that they know that it could have been them that day, but it was us, and I'm just so excited. And being a grad transfer from USD, I think that this team just has heart. We have grit, and I think we want it. I think this year is going to be our year, and I'm excited to continue on this journey with our girls.
We asked Isabel Veljasic this yesterday, but can you kind of talk about the upperclassmen, yourself being a grad transfer coming in, the leadership on this team to be able to get to this point in the season?
Yeah, I feel like we have a great upperclassman. I feel like we have a lot of leadership. Each person steps up every game, but even the freshmen, I feel like they've definitely stepped up. We have Caitlin, who starts as our outside winger, and she comes up big in a lot of plays, and I think that it stems from the top, but then it also just trickles down to the bottom. I feel like our connection on and off the field is incredible, and I think we have a great culture, and I feel like that's one of the main reasons why we're doing what we're doing and why we're continuing on.
And Coach, I want back over to you to talk a little bit about the SCIAC and how strong this conference has been for a number of years in the NCAA tournament, making appearances, making deeper runs into the tournament. I personally felt you guys were a little disrespected this year in the national rankings, having the regular season that you did. And then you come into the NCAA tournament, you're co-champions in the regular season, you come in, you beat Pomona-Pitzer on their home field in the second round, and now you're moving on to the Sweet 16. So talk about the strength of this conference and the strength of your team this year and what makes this group so special.
I mean, you look at the success our conference has had. A few years ago, we had us, Pomona, and Claremont all in the tournament. Pomona had a Final Four run a couple years ago. You look at how strong the conference is from top to bottom. People don't, on the East Coast don't realize every game in our conference is tough. Every game in our conference is a grind. There's some conferences out there where the top teams can run through a lot of teams. It's not the case in our conference, but I think it makes us better for these moments. It makes us better for these tougher games that we have to be tested in every single game that we play. And it says a lot about our conference, the coaches, and everything that we do out here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we look forward to watching you guys in the next round of the tournament. Congratulations.
Hey, shout out to Pomona. Thanks for doing a great job hosting, and congrats on a great season from the Sagehens and great coach in Scanlon and their staff. So thanks.
Thank you, Frank.